Why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life, you can grow immensely in the next few years, you can make your dreams come true, you can become healthy, you can become powerful. Why not you?
All right, let's look at the timeline from the very start, so you can see exactly how this project is structured. First, I added our main clip to the timeline. This is the foundation, the video with the speaker or the main content. Then I added background music. Now here's the important timing technique. When the speaker stops talking, that's when the background music starts playing. I've turned off the background music in this tutorial due to copyright issues, but you'll find the clip with the music link in the description below. You can download it and practice with the exact same setup I'm using. And if you're a YouTube member, you'll find the full project file with all the effects and all the assets included. Now I'm selecting this clip here, and I'm right-clicking. I'm choosing Unlink. Why am I doing this? Because we don't need the video portion of this clip, we only need the audio track. By unlinking them, I can work with just the audio without affecting the video. First of all, I'm going to File, selecting New Item, and choosing Color Matte. I'm selecting a dark gray color here. This is going to be our background for some dramatic title card sections. Now I'm adding this color matte to the timeline. There we go. Now I'm selecting the text tool from the toolbar, and I'm typing my first word. For this example, I'm typing Y. Now I'm selecting this text and I'm going to the Essential Graphics panel. You can see the properties right here. Here we can change all the text settings to get exactly the look we want. First of all, I'm changing the font to SF Pro Display Bold. This is such a clean, modern, bold font that works perfectly for cinematic title cards. Then I'm decreasing the letter spacing to around -50. Watch what happens. The letters get tighter together, creating that modern editorial look that you see in high-end commercials. And our text is ready to go. Look at how much better it looks already with just these two simple adjustments. I'm typing my second text and I'm adjusting the position like this. You can see exactly where I'm placing it on screen. Now I'm duplicating the text layer once again, and I'm typing our third word. For this particular word, I'm using large brackets around it. The word inside the brackets is you. This is our highlighted emphasis word that we want to draw maximum attention to. I'm increasing the size of this text much larger because this is our featured highlighted word. I'm center aligning it so it's perfectly positioned in the middle of the frame. Now I'm also going back and increasing the size of the previous text layer slightly. This creates visual hierarchy. Some text is small, some is medium, and the most important word is the largest. It looks something like this. I'm showing you on screen exactly how I'm positioning everything to create balance and visual interest. You can find the download link for this project in the description below, and if you join the YouTube membership, you'll get the full project file as is with all the text, all the videos, all the animations included. So you can learn from the actual file instead of trying to recreate everything from memory. Now I'm adjusting these text layers one by one. The goal here is to time them so the text appears one by one as the speaker says each word. This synchronization between the voiceover and the text appearance is absolutely crucial for creating that professional, polished feel. When the audio and visuals are perfectly synced, it creates such a satisfying viewing experience. Now here, I'm going to add a movie clip to create visual interest and keep the viewer engaged. I downloaded this movie clip from YouTube. You can find clips from movies, commercials, or stock footage sites. Just search for what you need. I'm adding this clip to the timeline. I'm positioning it so it covers the full screen. Now I'm right-clicking on the video and I'm clicking Speed/Duration. I'm increasing the speed of this clip so it plays faster. This creates a more fast-paced, energetic feel that keeps viewers hooked. Here, the text is sitting on top of the movie clip. Now I'm going to change the text blending mode to create a really cool effect, clicking on the blending mode dropdown and selecting Difference. Watch what happens. This makes it look so much more aesthetic. As the movie clip changes and moves, the text color also changes dynamically because it's interacting with the footage in difference mode. This creates such a cool, organic effect. Now let's move ahead. Here, I'm adding another movie clip. You can use any movie clip according to your preference and the mood you're trying to create. If you need the same exact clips I'm using in this tutorial, just join the membership and you'll get all the assets and the complete project file. Here, I'm decreasing the background music volume using keyframes, so our speaker's voice can be heard clearly without competing with the background music. This is such an important detail that many beginners overlook. Here, I'm adding this eye-opening clip. This looks really nice and cinematic too. I'm adjusting the clip so it fits our composition perfectly. Now we can move ahead, and I'm adding this movie clip here. I'm doing the same process, adding one movie clip for every sentence or important phrase. I'm matching the video content with the audio content, so the visuals support what's being said. I'm going to speed up this process to save your time, but you can see what I'm doing on screen. Just follow along with the visual flow. The first line and the last line of this video are the same, so instead of recreating everything from scratch, I'm just copying and pasting our first text composition here. I'm adjusting it to fit this new position, like this. This is such a huge time saver. Always look for opportunities to reuse elements you've already created. Work smarter, not harder. Now we can add more text or captions in a creative, dynamic way. First, I'm copying and pasting the text from a previous text layer. Why? Because this way, the font and font settings remain exactly the same throughout the video. I'm duplicating the text layer and typing my second text. Same process. I'm duplicating the text layer again and typing my third text. It's as simple as that. Now we're just adding and positioning text throughout the video. Once all the text is placed, then we'll move forward to the animation phase. Watch how I'm adjusting the text, making some text small and some text large. This creates that cinematic editorial look with clear visual hierarchy. I'm adjusting the layers timing like this so each piece of text shows up one by one in sequence. Now we can move forward, and here it's almost the same process. I'm just copying the text from the previous section and typing our new text content. If you need all the assets along with the complete project file, that includes all the text, all the animations, all the movie clips, everything in one place, just join the membership. When you join, you'll get access to all these resources instantly. Now, this is really important. Pay close attention to this technique because it's what makes the text look truly cinematic. I'm selecting all the text here on my timeline. Now I'm going to the Essential Graphics panel. I'm clicking on the color option, and I'm selecting the gradient tool. Now I'm choosing my gradient colors. Something like this that you're seeing on screen. Look at how much better this already looks compared to flat. Now I'm changing the blending mode of this text. I'm selecting Screen. Watch what happens. Wherever there's a dark part in the text, it becomes transparent. Wherever there's a bright part, it stays visible and vibrant. This looks so much more cinematic and visually appealing. The text now interacts with the background footage in such a dynamic, professional way. Now here I'm typing each word in a vertical arrangement instead of horizontal. It creates this vertical stack effect. You can see it looking like this on screen right now. This vertical layout creates such a unique editorial look that you see in high-end fashion commercials and music videos. Now I'm going to experiment with a different blending mode. Instead of screen, I'm changing this text blending mode to color dodge. Now, to animate these words appearing one by one, I need to make each word its own separate layer. Here's how I do this quickly. I'm double-clicking on the text layer. This opens the text editing box. Now I'm just removing the words I don't need from this layer, leaving only one word remaining. I'm doing this for each word, creating a separate layer for each one. So now each word is on its own individual text layer, which means I can animate them to appear one by one, creating that dynamic reveal effect. You can use any technique you prefer to do this. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Wait, shouldn't this be done in After Effects? Yes, you're totally right. After Effects would typically be the software of choice for advanced text effects, but here's the thing. This tutorial is not for After Effects users or experienced video editors. This is a beginner editing tutorial. So if you don't know how to use After Effects or if you don't have access to it, you can still create this type of video using only Premiere Pro. That's exactly what I'm teaching you today. Alright, here's the really interesting part. I'm typing some text here on the screen. Now I'm going to the Effects panel and I'm searching for Basic 3D. You can see it right here in the search results. I'm adding this Basic 3D effect to my text layer by dragging and dropping it. Now I'm going to Effect Controls to adjust the 3D settings and create that perspective look. First, I'm increasing the tilt value. Watch how the text tilts in three-dimensional space. Now I'm also increasing the swivel value. This rotates the text along a different axis, creating even more depth and dimension. Now I'm adjusting the text using the rotation and position parameters. I'm tweaking these values like I'm showing you on screen right now until the text looks exactly how I want it. When you're happy with how your text looks, here's what you do. Duplicate the text layer for each word you need. Then, just like we did before, make each word on its own separate layer. We're doing the same process as the previous technique I showed you. I'm going to speed up this part of the tutorial because you already know how to do this now from what I just taught you. But you can watch on screen as I separate each word onto its own layer. I'm duplicating the video clip. I'm placing this duplicated clip on top of all our text layers. So now the video is covering the text completely. I'm selecting the pen tool to create a mask. I'm carefully drawing a mask around my subject using the pen tool. Because our subject is standing still and not moving too far, this mask stays pretty consistent. I'm creating the mask carefully around the edges. And here we go. Now look at this. The text appears behind the subject. The subject is in the foreground, and the text is in the background layer. This looks absolutely awesome. It creates that cinematic depth that makes everything feel so much more professional and polished. It's like the text and the person exist in the same three-dimensional space. Here I'm also doing the same thing with the basic 3D effect. I'm simply adding the basic 3D effect to my text layer and adjusting the tilt and swivel values. I'm showing you right now on screen exactly how to do this. You can see the exact values I'm using and the result I'm getting. It looks like this. I'm going to speed up this part of the tutorial here, but if you want to watch it more carefully and see exactly how I'm doing everything, just slow down the video playback speed from the YouTube settings. Now we can move forward, and here it's almost the same process. I'm just copying the text from the previous section and typing our new text content. If you need all the assets along with the complete project file, that includes all the text, all the animations, all the movie clips, everything in one place, just join the membership. When you join, you'll get access to all these resources instantly. Here I'm also doing the same thing with the basic 3D effect. I'm simply adding the basic 3D effect to my text layer and adjusting the tilt and swivel values. I'm showing you right now on screen exactly how to do this. You can see the exact values I'm using and the result I'm getting. It looks like this. I'm going to speed up this part of the tutorial here, but if you want to watch it more carefully and see exactly how I'm doing everything, just slow down the video playback speed from the YouTube settings. Now we're getting to the really important part of this video, the text animation. Here, I have some text animation presets saved. These are custom animation presets that I've created and refined over time. Just join the YouTube membership. When you join, you'll get these text preset files along with all the assets in the complete project file. If you haven't joined the YouTube membership yet, that's okay. Just watch our previous tutorials. But for those of you who are members or want to use presets, I'm right-clicking on the effects panel and I'm choosing Import Presets. I'm navigating to where I saved my text preset file and I'm selecting it. Just like that, it's imported. It's that simple. Now I'm selecting the text layer that I want to animate. I'm just dragging and dropping my text preset animation onto the text layer. Watch this. It will animate our text in literally seconds. Look at that! The text is now beautifully animated with smooth, professional motion. I didn't have to keyframe anything, adjust any graphs, or spend time fine-tuning. It's absolutely instant. Just join the YouTube membership and you'll get all these things in one convenient place. The presets, the project files, the assets, everything you need to create professional content. And our video is almost ready. Yeah, you can see how our video looks right now. It's looking absolutely incredible. Look at all the elements working together, the text, the animations, the movie clips, the music timing. Everything flows together beautifully to create this cinematic, professional result.
Why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life, you can grow immensely in the next few years, you can make your dreams come true, you can become healthy, you can become powerful. Why not you?